If you like football's the place for you. Just make sure that you stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to our second ever YouTube show of Football PM. I hope you are all well. This is no ordinary show as it's our 1 year anniversary show. 1 year ago today we started off on the radio and now we're on your TV, mobile and computer screens. Obviously I'm not here on my own, so let me welcome both Harry and Nick onto the set.
Hi Cameron.
Hello. This show is going to be an absolute cracker as we've got loads to show because we're also going to be going outside. So without further ado, I think we should start. And before I forget, please remember to like and subscribe and follow us on our Instagram page, which is on the bottom of your screens right now. First up, we're going to be having an Arsenal attacking and midfield debate, and I'll make sure I don't talk too much about this issue.
Yeah, so this is the Arsenal midfield and attack, as Cameron said. We're going to assume that they're going to play 4 at the back. We're going to not focus too much on their defence at the moment. But this is the midfield and the forward 4. And I think, however many problems Arsenal are facing, I think we should be really positive that Cameron, as he said, is not going to talk too much about this issue. So we've got 4 subs over there, as you can see now. And we started with sort of the generic front front 6 of Torreira, Xhaka, Aubameyang, Ozil, Pepe and Lacazette. Nick, in terms of holding midfield, we start with Torreira and Xhaka. Do you think Dani Ceballos could come into the fray here, or do you think Torreira and Xhaka are the main contenders?
Personally, I've always liked Torreira as a player. People have maybe argued that he's not physical enough for the Premier League. But I think if he can play alongside someone like Granit Xhaka, who is clearly a lot more physical, then they could have made a good holding midfield duo. But I think Xhaka has proven this season a lot of times that maybe he's not quite good enough for where Arsenal want to be at this stage. They want to be challenging for top 4 every season. I mean, getting in top 4 every season. And I don't think Xhaka is a player that you would have in there in order to do so. And then you look at Dani Ceballos. Could he fit in there alongside Torreira? Again, I'm not sure that these two could control a midfield as well as a top 6 side should be able to do. The likes of Torreira and Ceballos, that doesn't scream control to me. They're not the most physical of players, and I think you need someone tall, someone strong, like City have with Fernandinho. Liverpool had it with Fabinho in the first half of the season before he got injured. Someone that can just stop attacks and really break down play, and I'm not sure that Ceballos can do that alongside Torreira.
See, I disagree with you there, Nick. I think Torreira is a really physical player despite his height. He likes barging players off the ball. I think these two are actually really good on the ball. Dani Ceballos has shown it in patches this season, but recently he's come back into the team and he's been really good. Defensively as well, he's shown that he can do that other side of his game. And Lucas Torreira, obviously he hasn't got too much game time over the last 2 years, but when he has got that game time, he has shown that not only is he great defensively and physically, that he can also get forward, get some goals and assists, as he did off the bench against Liverpool this season. And he can also control a game with his great passing abilities. So I disagree with you there, Nick. I think these two could actually, playing together, if they play together a lot and form a good partnership, they could be one of the best partnerships in the Premier League in midfield. And I think Granit Xhaka doesn't quite get into that duo. I think this season and last season, pretty much every season he's been at Arsenal, he's shown that he's not quite of the quality to be challenging for the top 4. But with these two, I don't know if Ceballos is still going to be here next season at Arsenal. But with these two, I think they could really mount a top 4 challenge next season if Ceballos stays at the club.
I would disagree with you there because I personally think since Arteta's taken charge, Granit Xhaka over here, he's become a new man, new player, and I personally think him and Torreira, the partnership at the moment is going pretty well. But at the moment, Torreira is out injured, so our best bet at the moment is to have Ceballos and Xhaka for the time being until Torreira comes back fit. Then I would personally be playing Ozil out wide.
Wow.
Out wide there. And not playing Pepe and putting Ceballos there with Torreira playing there. Then bringing Pepe Pepe on in the second half.
The main
Personally.
man, Nico Pepe, on the bench.
Well,
pushed out
sorry,
of
the
team
main
by
the main
Ozil.
man is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, not Nicolas Pepe.
Well, Pepe, a 72 million fee, paid for him the most expensive player in Arsenal's history. It would be a strange one, I think, if next season he was beaten to the right wing position by an ageing German midfielder who is past his best.
And
Been
at
past us for about 5 years now.
And at times, if he's not performing well, I would be playing Pepe in that position there and not having Ozil in the team whatsoever.
You see, I've seen a couple of games with Danny Ceballos in that position this season, and I don't think he's really up to it, to be honest.
He played well there against Burnley. I think it was on his debut as well. He played very well.
On his debut. He hasn't played well since in that role.
And if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't think Mesut Ozil's up to it either. I think next season they need to recruit a new attacking midfielder, because I don't think Ozil or Ceballos has really got the pace and the drive to be in that role. I think Ceballos is a great midfielder in terms of controlling the game, but he's much like a sort of Jorginho player in my eyes. I don't think he's got the... He might have the quality, but he doesn't have the pace or maybe the decision making or the attacking know-how to play in that role. I think he's much more of a defensive player in my eyes. So I'd be inclined to play Torreira and Ceballos. As much as I think Ceballos is a great player, I don't think he's an attacking midfielder.
So you're saying you would have Ozil in
For
this
this
position?
season, Mesut Ozil, he's not my favourite player, but I'd probably have him for the remainder of the season. He's done okay, I guess, since Arteta's taken over. But as of next season, I'd be looking to bring in a new midfielder. Maybe even bring the Welsh maestro Aaron Ramsey back to the club. What a transfer that would be for Arsenal.
That would be brilliant. I'll be really happy if he would come back, because he was banging in our goals. He was setting Aubameyang and Lacazette through on goal, and they were scoring for fun when he was there. When he left, I was really upset because he was one of our best players.
So on the right here we've got Nico Pepe. It doesn't really have too much competition for the right wing position, apart from maybe push Aubameyang out to the right. I don't think you can play Ozil on the right. The only other player that you could maybe play
Really?
is Reece Nelson, but he's so bad he hasn't even made it onto this table at all. So I think we're going to stick with Pepe now on the right wing. But onto the left, we've got Aubameyang there at the moment. We know he can also play as a striker. But we've got the likes of Martinelli and Saka. Obviously Saka doing really well at the moment as a left back. But you probably can't quite displace Aubameyang from the team. But Nick, do you think if Aubameyang went up top, do you think Saka could maybe get in the team on the left wing if they had someone like Tierney at left back?
I think moving forward in the future, as long as Aubameyang stays, of course, that they do need to start playing him more as a striker, because he will start to lose his pace a bit with age. And then just for development of Tierney, who's still a very young left back, was supposed to be very promising coming in from Celtic. He needs game time, and so does Saka, in order to develop. And so if you want to really enable them to reach their potential, you need to start playing Saka on this left to enable Tierney to fill in at left back. But just talking about Aubameyang, I think he is clearly Arsenal's best player. Playing him on the left, he's been really successful still, which is great credit to him for scoring so many goals from the left-hand side this season. But I think he's their best goal scorer, so why wouldn't you just keep him up front with Lacazette, not performing as well as he has done this season?
Well, I actually think Aubameyang's done really well on the left, so I'd like to see him be given a few more games on the left. But I actually think a young player that I really like and I think has done really well since he's come back to the club is Eddie Nketiah. He's keeping Lacazette out of the team up top at the moment, and yeah, he's on fire, isn't he? He's scoring goals, working hard for the team. So I think with that front three of Pepe, Nketiah and Aubameyang, definitely for the rest of this season, that could be really impressive. And of course you've got another great youngster, Gabriel Martinelli, who can play again like Aubameyang as a left winger or as a striker. I think if he was playing alongside Aubameyang, he might be better to play on the left and play Aubameyang through the middle. But I think Martinelli could be a long-term winger for Arsenal on that left-hand side with Pepe on the right.
I personally think, I don't understand why don't we have Lacazette playing out on the left and Aubameyang
I don't think Lacazette's got the quality, I'm afraid to say, to play on the
He
left.
doesn't have the quality or the pace anymore.
I would just like to see this happen. Or why do we not play two up front? Why don't we play
It's a bit outdated though.
two
Like
up front?
Yeah.
Not really.
I think if you go two up front, you can't really play
City
Mesut
play
Ozil
two
as
up
well.
front usually.
City
They do
don't
not play two up
They
front.
played two up front
They
in the
play
FA
three
Cup.
up front.
They
They
played
Yeah, but when they played two up front, they were playing a 3-5-2. Is that something you could see working with Arsenal?
Yeah, possibly, because we play 3 at the back. Under Wenger, and it worked very well for a good few 10-20 games actually. Because we
20 games. When was this?
Well, when Southampton ended our unbeaten record.
Probably about in the year 1984.
No, it was in Wenger's very last season when Shaq had to slide into left back because we'd run out of centre backs.
I mean, I can't think you can say the City play 2 up front. That is just completely wrong. And Mesut Ozil, I don't think if you play a 2 up front, he can really play anywhere because he's not got the pace to play on the wing and he hasn't got the defensive know-how to play in the centre of the
Pepe
field.
playing wing back as well.
Mm.
We wouldn't play Pepe. We would just play Reece Nelson, who can play right wing back, or we played Hector Bellerin, who is a decent right wing back as well. With Kolasinac on that left.
I'm not a fan of Lacazette playing on the left. I'm not a fan of the 3.
I used to play Lacazette on left wing on FIFA, so it works pretty well.
Yeah, thank you for that, Cameron. So I like the look of Martinelli, and for now I'm going to put him in on that left hand side. But that's not to say that Saka's not a great option as well. So that leaves the front two, Lacazette and Aubameyang, 2 really experienced strikers. And I think Aubameyang is clearly a lot better. I mean, he's got like 17 goals this season in the league. Nick, how many's Lacazette got?
He's got 6 goals
Yeah.
and 7 less appearances, but still, he's been their main striker for the majority of the season.
I mean, Aubameyang's been pushed out left, and a lot of people say that when you're pushed out left, you're not expected to do quite as well in terms of goal scoring. But what we've seen with Aubameyang, he's been pushed out left, and he's actually improved his goal scoring ratio since he's gone to that left wing. So that shows just what a great goal scorer he is and how he can play on that left as well. But the thing about Aubameyang that for me makes him better than Lacazette is his great movement when he's in the box.
And also, don't forget, Aubameyang did miss 3 games through suspension as well.
He did, Cameron. Thank you very much for that. But
Very welcome.
Lacazette's missed a few games as well. But I think Aubameyang's better because of his movement. I think when you've got wingers like Pepe and Martinelli and they're constantly cutting back and doing good tricks, and Saka as well when he's playing there, it's quite hard to time your run perfectly and to get on the end of crosses. But I think Aubameyang does this a lot better than Lacazette. And now we're going to just show you a quick clip to demonstrate this. So, as you can see now, you've got Nicolas Pepe against Olympiacos here on the right wing. And Aubameyang and Lacazette are in the box. And Aubameyang makes actually 3 different runs. He runs, I think, to the front post and then to the back post and then to the back post again to try and receive the ball off Nicolas Pepe. Pepe doesn't actually cross it in the end, but as you can see, Lacazette has just stood there on the penalty spot, just not moving at all. And that shows why Aubameyang always gets his goals. Pepe usually finds Aubameyang, didn't that time, but Aubameyang's always running. He's always offering for the ball.
To be honest,
whereas Alexandre Lacazette is just static and it doesn't look like he wants it half of the time, and it looks like he doesn't really want to be playing at Arsenal.
To be honest, I think Pepe should have shot and had a strike, trying to finesse it and curl it.
This isn't about Pepe though. This is about movement of 2 strikers.
I know, but I get that. But I think rather he should just take.
So Lacazette shouldn't have run because you think Pepe should have shot from a tight angle.
Yeah, because
the best strikers make runs whenever though.
Aubameyang's got to be anticipating that Pepe's going to cross that ball in, and that's what he was doing. Lacazette was not.
Or maybe there's a rebound in there somewhere.
Yeah, I understand the movement. I understand about the movement, but I personally think rather than seeing which players came into, I think he should just taken a strike and had some. He could have had some luck and he would have gone into the goal. Who knows?
Well, I think this clearly demonstrates that Aubameyang's a better striker than Lacazette, and also just because of his goal scoring, you can just see he gets more assists, more goals. So for me, Aubameyang. So, Nick, do you think that could be those front 6? That could be a good front 6 going forward in the future, maybe.
I think so. Ozil probably, as you said earlier, not really.
Maybe we ought to put Xhaka in there as well, because Ceballos is maybe going back to Real Madrid at the end of the season.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they could do with a new creative midfielder. I think
someone like James Rodriguez or someone out on the market who wants to leave. Does he play for Real Madrid now? Or yeah.
I'm not even sure James Rodriguez would do that well.
He's ageing as well, isn't he?
Or just bring back Aaron Ramsey, as you rightly said earlier.
But yeah, someone, and I think the defensive midfielder to go alongside Torreira, and then they could have a very good setup for the future if they improve that defence.
Yeah, I think it could be a good attacking Arsenal team in the future. So now it's time for our next feature, which is the 10-question quiz. Okay, so this is the 10-question quiz. Today we've got Nick who's going to be taking part on the treadmill as Cameron did last week. I'll be asking the questions and Cameron will be the lifeline. I'm sure you're avid fans of all games, so you'll already know the rules. The new rules, of course, if Nick gets a question wrong, then the speed that the treadmill is going at cranks up. So Nick, are you ready?
Crank it up.
I'm ready.
Level.
So,
Are you ready?
Yes.
Remember, 2 lifelines as ever.
okay, so question 1. Who is Watford's top scorer in the league this season?
Okay. It might be Deeney. It's probably Deeney. Who else? Yeah, Deeney.
Correct, Troy Deeney with 6.
Okay, nice.
That's 1 point. Question 2. Who has the most league assists for Brighton this season?
Okay, so who do they have? They've got Pascal Gross. They've got Johan Bash, Trossard, Solly March. No one really springs to mind though.
I can tell you it's not Jahan Bash. That's all I can tell you.
Thanks. I'm going to say Trossard.
It's incorrect, actually Pascal Gross.
Oh,
4
that's
assists, so can we crank up the speed?
To 3.
Here we go.
3. Wow.
Question 3. Who is the current Champions League top scorer?
That's Haaland.
It's incorrect, actually
It's
Lewandowski with
Lewandowski.
11 goals. Haaland's got 10 goals, so Cameron, crank it up to 4
You could have
goals
asked me
now.
for that one because I knew it.
Okay.
Okay, question 4. Who won the English First Division in 1992? Now this was the year before it changed to the Premier League, so the last First Division, 1992, who won the league?
Come on, Nick, you've got this. You've got this. I believe in you.
I'm going to use multiple choice.
Good.
Okay, so you have 4 options here. Option 1, Manchester United.
Okay.
Option 2, Leeds.
Okay.
Option 3, Liverpool. And option 4, Arsenal.
Arsenal.
It's incorrect, it's actually Leeds. Leeds United. So Cameron, crank it up.
To 4. Are we? We're 4 yet.
Okay.
It's the 6.
To 6, sorry.
Question 5. Who won the Serie A Golden Boot in the 2016-17 season?
Okay, who was playing then? It might have been Immobile. He's won it before. Dybala's probably had some good seasons. Higuain, was he good then? Immobile.
It's actually Edin Dzeko. You're a goal machine, Edin Dzeko, former Man City player.
8. Am I right?
Yep.
So, question 6. After Steven Gerrard, who has the most all-time Premier League assists for Liverpool?
So,
Always running.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Having a good time? I've got no idea. It might be like Steve McManaman, you know? He also played for him for a while. I doubt Fowler or Rowan got any assists. I'm going to say McManaman.
It's actually Felipe Coutinho. 38 assists in the Premier League for Liverpool. So crank it up, Cameron.
Oh, no,
That'll be it. Question 7. Who won the Best Player award in the 2006 World Cup? That's when Italy won the World Cup.
Okay.
Against France, wasn't it? Yes.
Finally, yes.
Zidane.
It's correct. Zinedine Zidane is correct. So keep going at that pace. Question 8. Who won the 2013 FA Cup?
Wigan.
Correct. Question 9. Who won the 2013 League Cup?
I reckon it was. It could just be Man City. It could be. I feel like Cardiff have won it. 2013. I'm gonna say Cardiff.
I'm afraid it's actually Swansea.
Oh,
You were in like nation with Wales, but Swansea, Burton Albion in the final.
What am I going up to? 12.
Yeah, indeed you are. Last question, remember you still got Cameron to ask, so you
Might
have to
as well
ask the
ask
first
me.
question. Yeah, second answer then. Question 10. Who is the 2020 European Championship qualifying top scorer? So who's got the,
Well,
who's
you know-
got the
He's
qualifiers?
going to ask me. Can you repeat the question? European top
Who is the top 2020 European Championship qualifying scorer?
qualifying? I have no clue whatsoever.
He's got 12 goals.
Just say you don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, so back over to you then, Nick.
12 goals. European Championship qualifying.
Absolutely.
Lukaku.
No country. It's
Belgium.
incorrect. It's actually Harry Kane.
Oh.
So 12
Okay,
calls.
right, we have to do this for 5 seconds.
So
1,
5 seconds on 14.
2, 3, 4, 5. One more. 6. There we go. Well done.
Very well done there, Nick. Cameron, I can't say you're too much of help as the lifeline
No,
there.
I didn't know that. So I'm very sorry. I do apologise for
No.
any inconvenience caused there.
I mean, we thought he could have had the questions in his ear, the answers in his ear.
No,
But,
no answers in my ear
no.
this afternoon.
Okay, so as you saw, last week Cameron got 3 out of 10. Nick, you matched that score and got 3 out of 10. Congratulations.
So
Nice.
joined first on the leaderboard.
So put the leaderboard up now. As you can see,
Ooh.
Cameron's
Oh
on
god,
3
I'm nearly falling
and
over.
Nick is on 3. And you might have been distracted by that leaderboard by Cameron slipping off the sofa.
Because I'm
Yes,
going
sir.
off camera to tell you what we have next up on the show. And the next up on the show is going to be our Would I Lie to You? Right, up next it's Would I Lie to You? This week it is Nick's go to tell Harry, and Harry's going to be guessing the answer, if it's a truth or a lie. Nick.
Okay. I was once tasked with marking ex-Exeter City footballer David Wheeler at corners.
Wow. So I'm assuming you didn't used to play as a centre back for Grimsby Town in League 2 against him. So why were you playing against David Wheeler in
Well,
a match?
Little do you know, Harry, that I did play for Grimsby Town.
Wow.
No. Well, I'll tell you why. I was at a player fan training day, you could call it. I was a junior member, a junior Grecian, you could say, and it gave me the opportunity to play some football with some Exeter City stars. And I tell you, they really are high profile players. And so I was always the tallest there.
Taller than David Wheeler?
Oh, much taller than David Wheeler, but he's good in the air, I'll tell you. So I went over, at corners. He was on the other team. I had the likes of Troy Brown.
I thought you were going to say Troy Deeney.
Troy Brown on my team, whenever they had a corner, I went over to him and beat him to all the headers, basically.
Fair enough. So you mentioned Wheeler, Brown. Any other ex-City players, were they there?
It was a while ago. I
Anyone
have to
else there
say,
from Exeter apart from those two?
not playing in the match with us.
I
I
see.
think it was, Jordan Tilson.
Oh.
Tilson was playing in the match with us.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so you marking Wheeler at this corner. Did he manage to score a header, get away from you, or was
Never,
it just...
never got past me. I don't think many went in towards him, to be honest.
Fair enough. So you didn't beat him in the air. You weren't the rock solid defender to head it away. It just sort of a bad corner.
Yeah. But if it was a good corner,
You
I'd
David
headed it
Wheeler would
away.
have scored it. Okay. I don't know. I'm thinking this might be true. I don't know. I feel like you could have gone to an Exeter City thing with some of the players. Obviously, an avid Exeter City fan. I don't know. I don't know whether David Wheeler, because he was one of their better players, wasn't he? I don't know whether they would have got him in one of these sessions, or whether they would have gone, whether they would have gone for one of the fringe players to be in it. So, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be true. So I'm going to say it's truth. Can you reveal?
it was true.
Oh,
I did
yes.
mark David Wheeler at corners.
Fair enough. Great marking.
Thank you.
Right, up next it is time for our Champions League debate.
Okay, so as you can see here, this is the draw for the last 16 of the Champions League. So we'll start with Leipzig-Tottenham. Nick, Leipzig up 1-0 after the first leg. It was played at Tottenham as well, so do you think they'll comfortably get through to the quarterfinals?
I don't think it'll be comfortable, but I like to think that they'll get through. I think probably coming to they're the underdogs, considering Spurs got to the final last season. But I think this season, without Harry Kane, under Mourinho, they've just lacked the passion that they had last season. They've sort of lost their attacking philosophy, and so I think Leipzig may just have the edge at home in this one.
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree with you there. I think Leipzig have got some really exciting young players, most of all Timo Werner, who's of course linked to Liverpool, could be joining Liverpool in the summer. But I don't think Tottenham with Mourinho at the moment are going to be good enough to challenge Leipzig at all. Cameron, do you disagree?
No, of course I don't. Why would I? That's Tottenham. I don't like them. So yes, Leipzig go
Fair
through.
enough. Okay, and we get rid of Tottenham.
Why are you asking me that anyway? I don't know why you're
I don't know.
asking.
I just thought that as a Leverkusen fan as well, you might have conflicts with Leipzig.
No, I don't have conflict. Their rivals are Cologne. I like Leipzig.
Okay.
Don't mind a bit of Timo Werner.
Alright, so the next game we've got Atletico against Liverpool. Obviously, Atletico 1-0 up after the first leg, but the next game is being held at Anfield. Could go either way. Nick, obviously, as a Liverpool fan, you're going to think Liverpool are going to get through. But with a non-biased neutral head on, who do you think's winning this tie?
But it's going to be really tight. I think there's going to be one goal in it on aggregate in the end, probably. But Atletico, they're the masters of defending. It seems. I've often called them maybe like a world-class Burnley side. They sort of.
Are you saying Burnley aren't world class? Sean Dyche is a brilliant manager.
They sort of play that style of football though.
Yeah.
They get a goal and just defend, but they do it really well. And Jordan Henderson, for me, has been Liverpool's most important player this season. And people, they disagreed a lot, but since he's got injured, I think it's starting to show a lot. And without him, it could be tight. But Liverpool, on their best day, they're the best team in the world. So it could go either way. I'm backing Liverpool though.
I'm not really sure actually. I think this could go to extra time, and penalties. I think Liverpool win this 1-0 in 90 and take this to extra time personally. So, but then if it does go that far, you're gonna have two. If Alisson is fit, you're gonna have two world class goalkeepers up against each other.
Adrian is going to play. Alisson's not fit.
Really? But let's say he was playing, you would still have two world class. Adrian is not as a world class keeper as well. So
Is
he
not
really?
a world class keeper?
let's just say he is.
Let's just imagining he's a world class keeper.
Yeah.
Then what happens?
Well, imagining. Right.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really
Yeah.
close, but
If it does go to penalty, I think if Adrian is playing a goal, I think Oblak's gonna save most of Liverpool's penalties. So I think Atletico will go through on that front. But otherwise, Liverpool at home, they reigning champions of the Champions League as well. Don't forget. So it's going to be really tight to call. So I'm not gonna. I would like to see Liverpool go through.
I just think because they are the reigning champions, you've got to
They're
back
gonna
them
have too
for
much
this
trouble.
one. I reckon they might be the slight favourites, so I'm going to put them.
And don't forget what happened last season: 3-0 down against Barcelona, and they won 4-3 4-0, 4-3 on aggregate, and yeah.
So we've got the next game here. We've got Chelsea against Bayern Munich.
I think Bayern are down and out.
Bayern 3-0 up.
Chelsea are down.
down and out.
Chelsea are down and out. Sorry.
Olivier Giroud is going to get 5 goals easy against Chelsea. No, I think
I
Bayern Munich.
will honestly do the show in my underwear if Giroud scores 5 goals, and that's a deal.
That's a deal.
No, I think Bayern Munich comfortably through. You agree that? Do you agree
yeah,
Nick?
no. There's not really a chance of Chelsea getting through though.
And Real Madrid,
Sorry.
Man City again. First
that was a very good first leg. I've got to say.
First time at Bernabeu, Kevin De Bruyne with a goal and an assist.
They're not going to have Sergio Ramos in the second leg either.
2 away
so-
goals for Man City as well. So
2 away goals? Was it 2-1 or 1-0?
2-1.
2-1.
So
2-1.
it will be tough for Real Madrid to get it back.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think City are going to have too much for them, especially if Real Madrid don't have Sergio Ramos in the back four. What do you think, Nick? Sergio Ramos without them in the back four, are they going to win?
To be honest, I can't see Real Madrid getting through, but you can't write them off. I mean, they've won the Champions League 13 times. Maybe this side isn't as strong as it once was,
Yeah.
but they're still doing quite well under Zidane. Won El Clasico quite
Wow.
recently.
Yeah.
But City, their 2 away goals will really benefit them, and I can't see them going out in this leg.
This is going to be another Athletic Liverpool tie. It's going to be a really
No, I
close
think
one.
it's going to be less close. to be
I
honest.
Really?
I think
Wow.
even with Ramos in the defence, I think City will comfortably
Yeah.
get through maybe a 2-0 or 2-1 win at home. So I'm going to put Man City through there.
Let's put City through.
So
Without Ramos, there's no chance. I don't think they're going to win.
On to the next half of the draw, Valencia against Atalanta. Atalanta already comfortably winning after that first round tie, but this game will be played behind closed doors because of the coronavirus outbreak in Italy.
we have to bring in the coronavirus, didn't we? Yeah.
Cameron, that
Yes,
cough,
this deadly
have you
disease
got it, Cameron?
is
That-
not
that-
a matter at all.
I think I have the symptoms.
Well, I think
I think we're going to have to self-isolate the show.
we can just comfortably put Atalanta through there. I think
Yeah.
Valencia won't get back. So
Because I think they're 3-4 goals up, I think.
yeah, I think did they win 4-1? in the
4-1,
first?
3 or 4 goals up. Yeah, comfortable.
Juventus Lyon 1-0 up after the first leg, so great performance that was. But back in Turin should be a
This is
win
not
for
playing.
Juventus, Nick.
Yeah, this is the type of game where I just expect Cristiano Ronaldo to just drag Juventus through it. He did it, I think, last season against Atletico, and so I expect he's not going to go out to Lyon in the last 16. He's going to take this game by the scruff of the neck and drag them through.
Is this not being played behind closed doors?
I'm assuming it is being played behind closed doors as well. I think so.
Okay. It might not be, but we'll see.
So we've got Dortmund PSG again, another really close one.
Oh God.
2-1 to Dortmund in the first leg, but I think this is being played in Paris. I don't know if it's being played behind closed doors or not. It might be.
No, it won't be. I don't know. It definitely isn't being played behind closed doors. I can tell you that for
Thanks,
sure.
Cameron.
As they're telling me in my earpiece.
You gonna make any bets if it is played behind closed doors?
Yeah. Shall we? I will. I will. There's nothing. I've run out of bets now. I will come in a Spurs shirt. Go on, next show, Spurs shirt. If they gets played behind closed doors.
It wouldn't be the first time that you've won a Spurs shirt, would it, Cameron?
Yes, it would.
I think the bet could have been a lot worse than that. That's for certain. Dortmund PSG. I think maybe PSG, just with the firepower they've got up top with Neymar and Mbappe and the likes of Cavani, Icardi, etc. and Di Maria, I think they'll probably be able to beat Dortmund. But I'm not saying it's not going to be a close game.
I think it's the type of game that a neutral loves. It's close. Two of the most exciting attacks in Europe at the moment, I'd say. Just going at it, and I'd like to think that Dortmund can take PSG all the way with Sancho and Haaland, two of the most exciting young players in world football at the moment. And then on the other side, it's Mbappe and Neymar, and Icardi's been good this season as well.
And Di Maria, of course.
And Di Maria, yeah. So I think it's got to be decided by the attacks or who defends the worst, I guess.
Can I just ask what's the score?
It's 2-1 to Dortmund.
I think Dortmund will win. To be honest, they've got Haaland up front. They've got some good players. They've got some good little players. Sancho. I think Dortmund are going to have too much for
Put
PSG.
Dortmund through then. And the last one, Barca Napoli. Again, 1-1 after the first leg. I think probably Barca will have enough to come through with the likes of Messi in attack.
Yeah. Again, like I said it about Ronaldo, Messi's the same. I think he'll drag Barcelona through this one.
I guarantee you we've got all these 8 right. I'm calling it. All these 8 are right. I'm calling it.
So then we don't know the draw after this. So after this, we're just going to have to say who we think is going to win the Champions League. Nick, who do you think will be the 2 favourites to win it?
The 2 favourites to win it? I think so long as Liverpool get through, they'll be definitely one of the favourites to win it. Obviously their league record this season and being the holders. And then for me, it's between these 4. But if I had to pick one more, I'd probably go for Man City.
Man City Liverpool final.
All English.
I'm not saying it's a final. I just think they're the favourites to win it.
What would you think? Would you like another English final again?
I mean, if it meant Liverpool getting to the final, then I wouldn't mind it at all.
I'd like to see that as a final. It's been a semi-final in previous years.
Is it?
It's been a quarter-final.
Quarter-final. My apologies.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think Liverpool will beat Liverpool anyway, so I don't think Liverpool are going to be my 2 favourites. I mean, I'm going to put City in there because I think they've been really good at times this season, especially in the Champions League.
I honestly think they need the Champions League, especially with their ban.
And then
That
alongside
won't get upheld.
them, probably won't get upheld. Alongside them, again, Nick, I agree, it's probably going to be one of these 3. I think I might rule out Juventus. Haven't been quite as good this season.
Especially with this coronavirus putting them.
I'm going to back Barcelona.
games all
Haven't won the
over the place.
Champions League for a few years. I mean, Bayern Munich haven't won it for a long time, but a couple of years longer than Barcelona, I think. But I think I'd like to see Barcelona win the Champions League. So I say they're the 2 favourites. If I was going to pick a winner, I think I might just have to go for Manchester City, just because I think this could be their year to win the Champions League. They never won it before. Cameron?
I think right. I'm going to rule these 2 out. Firstly, I'm going to. This is where you start struggling. I'm not sure. It's tough. This is tough. You got 6 amazing teams there. I see what you mean. Juventus with this coronavirus, their games are getting shuffled.
I didn't say about the coronavirus. I just don't think anyway.
Let me finish my
I
sentence.
don't think they've been very good this season.
No, one second. With their games being rescheduled all over the place at the moment and not having games, I don't think they're going to be up
lack
for
some fluidity. To sum it up.
That's the one. So then. I don't think they've got the players for beating one of these 4, so I'm going to rule them out because their players are too young. But now I'll remain with these 4. Munich barely ever won it. The last time they won it was a long time ago.
It was 2013.
2013 was 7 years ago, quite a long time ago. Barcelona, I'm seeing Liverpool to go to the final. I think
Alongside?
Man City.
You've got to make a decision, Cameron.
Oh god, I don't know. Barcelona, I'm going to rule them out. I'm gonna go with Nick. I'm gonna say Man City,
Fair
Liverpool.
enough. And if that was the final, Nick and Cameron, who do you think would win it? I think Manchester City.
Liverpool.
I mean, I'm always going to back Liverpool in this scenario. So yeah, Liverpool.
Let's say it was Munich, City. Who would you go for there?
I don't know. It just depends on the night. You know, City haven't got this prestige European history that Bayern do. So it depends if that gets to the City players.
And what if we had a City Barca final?
And what if we had a Dortmund Juventus final?
No.
What if?
What about Leipzig Atalanta final?
What if it was an Arsenal Everton final? Oh, wait.
No.
Can't quite
I was
do
being
that.
serious. What do you think? City Barcelona? Do you think Barcelona could
I
beat
think
City?
City would win that game.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think City are going to win the Champions League this season. I've just got a feeling this is their year. Obviously, this is the season where they haven't challenged too much for the Premier League title. So,
You can tell how much it means to all of City at the moment, especially after they got accused of cheating and stuff.
yeah.
And if it was a Liverpool Barca final, I would have to back Liverpool as what they did last season.
Okay,
So,
so
yeah.
that is that done. And now it's time to move on to a new exciting feature, which is Score.
Okay, so now on to a new feature, not seen yet in a Football PM. It's called Score, and I'm here with Harry. I'm going to ask him 10 questions about Manchester United, as he is representing the Man United fans that we've got outside. For every correct answer he gives me, they get an extra 10 seconds to score as many goals as they can from volleys. So, Harry,
Yeah.
ready to play?
I don't want to let those Man United fans down outside. I can see them all over
Yeah.
there.
They look pretty
The
unforgiving,
kits on.
I have to
Yeah.
say.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Mate, I'm ready.
So, question 1. When were Man United founded?
That is a tough one. I feel like I should know this as a Man United fan. I know it was in the 19th century. I'm going to go for 1897.
It's a bit earlier than that, Harry. It's 1878.
Wow, that's early.
So that's
Must say I didn't know that.
so not a 10 seconds added on for those United fans. So, question 2. Who was Man United's record signing?
Record signing. Okay, I think this is quite an easy one. I'm going to go for Harry Maguire.
It's not Harry.
Oh, it's Paul Pogba.
It's Paul
isn't it?
Pogba.
Okay. Sorry, Man United fans again.
Okay. This one you should get. Who was the manager before Ole?
Okay, it was Jose Mourinho.
That's correct. That's 10 seconds.
How did I not get the Paul Pogba one? That's just an embarrassment.
That's
Who was
a
United-
massive embarrassment. As you can tell, I'm behind the camera and I'm fuming.
Okay. Question 4. Who was United's top goal scorer in the 2018-19 season?
2018-19 season. That was last season. And I'm thinking it was either Paul Pogba or Romelu Lukaku. Is this in all competitions or just in the Premier League?
The Premier League.
Okay. I think I'm going to say Paul Pogba.
That's correct. You got the Paul Pogba question wrong last time, but he's redeemed himself. Up
Thank
to
you very
20
much.
seconds now. Okay, very easy one. What is Manchester United's nickname?
The Red Devils.
That's correct, 30 seconds. Okay, next question. How many times have Man United won the FA Cup?
FA Cup, okay. So I'm thinking this may be round 10.
I know the answer.
Shame you're not a Man United fan, isn't it? Then, Cam?
Yeah, but I know the answer because it's quite close to Arsenal's number.
Okay, so I'm thinking.
No, in fact, it's very close to Arsenal's number. I'm giving you a clue, but it's not.
No, but he doesn't know Arsenal's number,
Yeah, I
so
know.
it's not helpful.
You're along the right lines. I can
Tell you
tell you
what, I
that.
do know how many Premier League trophies Arsenal have won in the last 10 years, though.
Shut up. Thank you very much.
Okay, so.
How many times have you gone unbeaten in the whole?
I was thinking.
Sorry.
I was thinking.
0.
Cameron, come on, calm down. You're offending the Man United fans out there.
Yeah,
They're looking in, they're upset.
they're really cold outside, you know.
So I'm thinking. I was originally thinking 8, but then when Cameron was saying about Arsenal's total, it makes me think 12. So I'm going to go for 11.
Oh,
No, it's 12.
It's 12.
Because Arsenal have won 13, and I know Man U got one less than us.
I was a whisker away.
So,
That is upsetting.
next question. Who is Manchester United's all-time top goal scorer?
I know this one as well.
I'm assuming it's just Wayne Rooney.
That's correct. What's that, 40 seconds?
Yes, it is 40 seconds. I've got a tally going in my head.
Okay, next question.
Actually, I've got people in the green room telling me how many seconds he's got.
Okay. What nickname did United fans give to Eric Cantona?
Okay. I'm thinking. I don't know. I mean, he's clearly French. I know that much.
Well done.
It's probably an obvious one, and I'll probably kick myself, and the Man United fans out there will probably kick me after getting this wrong. But I'm going to go for the French Bull.
The French.
I like your thinking, but it's actually King Eric.
Ah.
Okay.
Close. It was close. It was very close, actually.
In what year did Manchester United sign David De Gea?
Okay.
I have a feeling
So-
I know this as well.
I think I might know this. I think it was when Edwin van der Sar left. And I'm thinking it was either 2010 or 2011. But I'm going to go for 2011.
That's correct.
Oh yeah.
50 seconds on the clock now.
Okay.
Okay, last question. Last chance to please those Man United fans.
With a minute on the clock.
Manchester United released a song called Come On You Reds in 1994. Where did it place in the UK singles chart?
Okay. So obviously I wasn't alive then. As you can see.
As a singer, I should know this, but I actually don't know the answer to this. So,
What?
what year did you say?
1994.
94.
Cameron, you're a singer. Who was number 5 in the charts in January 1997?
I have no idea.
You should know that as a singer,
That's the
Cameron.
singer.
I can try and help you with this question, but we're going to keep the Man U fans.
I'm going to
waiting.
say we went to number 2 in the charts.
Oh,
Number
so
one.
close. It's
Number 1?
Yeah.
Really?
I was bluffing you.
Wow.
I knew the answer.
As a singer, he did know.
So I think that is 50 seconds on the clock,
It
and
is.
I'm ready to go outside. As you can see, I've got my Arsenal hat. I'm gonna get my coat up. I will see you outside. Right, welcome back. We're outside here in the Ronaldinho, as we're calling it today. But if you have any better suggestions for a name, please whack them in the comments below. Right, I'm gonna hand you over to Nick to give us an explanation of the rules for these lovely Man United fans who are waiting in the cold out here. Nick, over to you.
So yeah, Harry got five answers right, so that's 50 seconds on the clock. Cameron's going to be in goal. We've got the United fans all ready to rumble with their volleys.
Good luck, Man
hopefully
United
they'll-
fans, I say.
Yeah,
Good luck.
yeah, absolutely. You know, they're all going to be trying to score some volleys, and let's see how many they get.
I'm wrapped up nice and warm, so let's get going with this.
Right, 50 seconds starts now. Right, next fan. You go again. No goals yet. It's in.
One goal.
Cameron, can you get to it? That's one.
That's one.
Right, here we go. Oh, behind me. We go again. 20 seconds left. Oh, that counts. That's two. Next one, let's go. Whoa. Right, 8 seconds, one more.
Is it time for another?
That's out of time. That's done 2 goals.
That was 2 goals. That one of
One of
them.
the Man United
That
fans.
was so jammy. It hit. I tried to kick the ball out and it hit the other one. Went in.
Tell you what,
Put me
that
off.
wasn't a great performance from Man United fans, but there's a lot of Juan Mata fans out there.
How much money did you win then? Did
They
the
all
Man
love
U fans
Juan
win
Mata.
then? Or is this all Soccer AM? I don't know. But yeah, 2 goals.
Just 2 goals. On the
tired.
leaderboard now, 2 points to Man United fans. Man United fans, how do you think you did? No, they're a bit quiet. Okay. Just disappointed
Right,
with the
that's
performance.
2 on the leaderboard for today. So the next feature on the show is going to be the best number 7 in the Premier League. So we're back inside the studio from the Ronaldinho, as I'm calling. So I'm not going to need this anymore. So that can go away. So over now to our number 7 competition debate.
Okay, so we've got round 1 here, with the best number 7. Obviously, this vote will be going on all week on our Instagram at FootballPMRadio. So that will be on your screens
We'll
now.
put it back on our screens as we did at the
So-
beginning of the show.
Follow at FootballPMRadio. So round 1, Nick, Yarmolenko or Delafay. Do you think Delafay is the better number 7?
Yeah, I do. I mean, Yarmolenko's been cursed with injuries, but De La Fey is a top player.
Got
He's
to agree with you there.
currently out injured now after last week's game against Liverpool.
Yeah, that was a bad injury, but I think especially this season we've seen Delafay's quality and last season actually. getting that hat trick against Cardiff, and Yarmolenko hasn't really proven his worth so far in the Premier League, so we've got to leave him out there. Okay, so round 2, we've got Delafeu against Milner. Close or Nick? Who do you think's better?
I think James Milner, especially after his performance at the weekend.
Is it because
You know-
he's a Liverpool player? And you're a Liverpool fan?
Not just because of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean his game-winning clearance off the line as well. They're two very different players. What's so funny about that?
No, carry on. No, it's fine.
Okay. They're two very different players. Delafeu, dynamic and skillful. Milner, an
Also-
experienced head.
Also dynamic and skillful as well, of course.
Very dynamic and skillful, James Milner.
Getting on a bit, but you know.
And he's had a fantastic career. Premier League champion, Manchester City, soon to be with Liverpool.
Well, we hope so.
Do you hope so?
So that would be James
So, yeah,
Milner.
I'm backing James Milner.
And he'll play Heung-min Son in the quarterfinals. As good as Milner is, I think this is where his run
Yeah.
goes, isn't it?
Yeah,
Son's got to win this.
Son is
I
arguably
personally
going
think
to win
Milner
this.
should win this.
Why do you think that? Is it because you're
Son
an
plays
Arsenal
off
fan?
the top.
No, because I think Milner is a better dynamic player. he scores more goals than Heung-min Son.
What skill?
None of this is true.
I know this is not true because I'm making it up. Because I don't like Son.
Alright.
But yeah, Son does deserve to go
Son's
through.
going through, Milner goes. Okay, now on to this game.
Sorry,
Andy Carroll against Lucas Rupp.
well, they're two rubbish players to be honest.
Whoa!
You cannot say that about Andy Carroll.
Of course I can.
Andy Carroll-
Carroll's
two
a
goals for
dynamic
England.
player.
If you say Andy Carroll,
Nine?
do
He
not
had
say.
2 goals,
Yeah.
9 games.
Nine caps.
Please do not say Andy Carroll just because used to play for Liverpool. Please do not say him.
He was awful
Um,
for Liverpool. I shouldn't like him.
Between these two,
Do you like him?
Lucas Rupp, he's not even getting in the Norwich side at the moment, so I can't say him. Carroll.
Neither does Carroll.
Carroll doesn't get in the Norwich side.
No, the Newcastle side.
Carroll's got a few assists this season, so for me, he gets through, and I can't say that anyone would say that Rupp's better, I'm afraid. So.
I think Rupp should go through, but sure, Andy Carroll.
So round 2, we've got Carroll against Kante.
Nice battle.
A big player and a small player. There's only one outcome, isn't there, Nick? Kante for the win.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
And on to the next one then. Pedro Neto against Richarlison. Pedro Neto burst onto the scene this season in the league,
Yeah.
getting a few
This
goals.
is tough, man. This
A
is
winger.
Is
tough.
it? I think
Richarlison's
Richarlison's been
easy.
really good.
Yeah.
Like, take Richarlison out of the Everton side, and they are they're gonna be struggling a lot.
That would be really rubbish.
I think this is a tougher one. Kante against Richarlison, quarterfinals.
Does that mean
Kante-
Son goes through automatically?
No, some will be in the semi-final against the winner of these. Yeah, Kante edges it for me, but Richarlison for me has been better this season.
This season, yeah, I'd agree with you.
Yeah.
But Kante has had a lot of seasons where he's been fantastic.
So Kante's going through.
He is. Okay, so over to this side now. So round 1, we've got Neil Maupay against Josh King. Two strikers who have been very good recently. Maupay this season and King,
Another tough
not
one.
necessarily this season, but
Has
For the
Maupay
last
been
few
that good this season?
he's been decent. He's got a few goals, but for me, King's the better player.
Yeah.
What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, Josh King for me. I like Maupay. I hope he does well in the future. But Josh King has
luck to
been
him.
very good for Bournemouth.
Okay, so round 2 now. Again, two good players, Sterling and King, but this should be quite comfortable for Sterling.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
That's your man.
maybe he hasn't scored for a while, but he's a world class player, and Josh King isn't.
Obviously,
Well, it's harsh, Josh
Goodmanson
King.
gets a bye
He
through.
does. So he'll play
Makes sense.
Sterling in the quarters. But now onto this game.
And we obviously know who's going to win that, but we'll come back onto that later.
Round 1, Shane Long against John McGinn.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Ireland versus Scotland. John McGinn for me, Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, John McGinn as well. I think he's since his injury, Villa have struggled,
John Maggin. Yep, John Maggin.
and Shane Long doesn't really get as much game time as he used to.
It's true. Even though he's got a bit of a run in the team recently, but
True.
he's not banging in the goals, is he? So you got to go for
He's
McGinn.
not.
And Gray against McGinn, another player that's not getting game time, Damari Gray. So I think McGinn should win that
Yeah,
one as well.
I still back
comfortably.
McGinn in that.
And a tough one now, actually. John Lundstrom against Jordan Ayew, because Lundstrom, he's been good this season, especially for Fantasy Premier League players. He's a defender on the game, of course, plays central midfield. He's got some goals and assists. Jordan Ayew also some goals and assists.
Got one of the goals of the season, in my
He
opinion.
did, absolutely, a great goal.
But I would still back Lundstrom.
Better Lundstrom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll back Lundstrom as well.
I'll go for Ayew in this one, but if you two think Lundstrom, then he's going through.
Why are you? He's not a good, great player.
He has been.
He's played on the wing and played up front. But John Lundstrom's also been good.
He stepped
and
up when Zaha hasn't.
He has, absolutely.
Well, fine. Yeah.
Okay, so now to the quarterfinals. We've got Raheem Sterling against Johan Berg Goodmanson.
I
Yeah,
think
we all know the result.
Yeah.
No, wrong
Quite
way,
obvious.
wrong person.
Yeah, Sterling, I mean, Goodmanson's been sort of frozen out of the Burnley side, it seems, this season.
Obviously,
So-
with Jeff Hendrick coming on that right hand side. Of the
yeah, I
field.
mean, he's not British, so
that
Sean
mean
Dyche doesn't
anything?
play him. Well, it means Sean Dyche doesn't play him, so...
Does he just play British players?
He does.
Well,
That's
except for
literally
Chris
what
Wood.
he does.
Except for Chris Wood.
Yeah.
Who's classified as British? let's
Only
say?
English speaking. Only players from English speaking countries. That's all he does. And a good opportunity here, actually, for one of these players to get to the semis. McGinn against Lundstrom. McGinn for me, but Nick. you can
Yeah,
do
I
it.
agree. McGinn, probably. I've liked Lindstrom a lot this season due to fantasy Premier League reasons, but I think McGinn's the better player.
Okay, so now for the semi-finals, we've got Heung-min Son against N'Golo Kante over here. Very close game this one, tough to call. I'd just about go for Son, just based on this season mainly. Nick, who'd you go for?
I'd agree, and I wouldn't base it just off this season, because I don't think Son's been at his best this season either, but I still think that he's probably the better number 7, a more orthodox number 7, I guess you could say.
Absolutely, yeah. And again, the semi-final here, an orthodox number 7 against John McGinn, not necessarily an orthodox number 7. A repeat of the Carabao Cup final, Man City against Villa. Do you think it's going to be the same result with a Sterling win?
I do, yeah, right, yeah. I mean, there was no competition in that one.
And I think there's definitely going to be a lot of competition in this final. The Heung-min Son against Raheem Sterling, 2 great wingers in the Premier League, 2 great number 7s. For me, Son just about edges it, but I'd be perfectly happy if Sterling won it as well. But I'm going to cast my vote for Heung-min Son here. Cameron?
I'm going to say Raheem Sterling.
Are you?
You obviously know the reasons why. I don't like
Does
Son.
that mean I'm the,
Even though Son played for Leverkusen, I still don't like him.
does that mean I'm the deciding
Did that
vote?
indeed,
Yeah,
yes.
go
Okay,
on.
I mean, I could decide it at the flip of a coin, but
Should we flip a coin or?
I won't do that. I'm
No.
going to pick Son.
Oh, okay. Fair,
I don't
fair.
know, you can pick either, but
Okay, so there you go. Heung-min Son, he wins our number 7 competition, but you've
Well
got the
done,
chance to
Son.
win it for him as well. So go over to our Instagram account and vote for who you think is the best.
Well done, Son.
Number 7
Well done.
Premier League.
I'll give you a little round for because you played for Leverkusen. Well done.
It's on our story.
Yeah.
So at Football PM Radio, which is on your screens now again, go and vote for that. And now it's time for the next debate, which is the Player of the Year debate. Okay, so now it's time for the Premier League Player of the Season debate. So me and Nick have both made a short list of 6 players who we think could be the 6 candidates to win it, and we're going to run you through them and then pick one each for who we think should win the Player of the Year. So I'll start with mine. So the first player I'm going to put in is Kevin De Bruyne. You can see him on your screens now. Obviously, it's been incredible this season, getting I think 16 assists in the Premier League, the most by a long way actually. 4 ahead of Trent Alexander-Arnold, 8 ahead of the next most, which is Riyad Mahrez, and he's chipped in with a few goals as well. So I think 8 goals in the Premier League. So I think that's quite comfortable. Nick, do you agree with that Kevin De Bruyne pick?
yeah, absolutely. He goes straight into mine. He's without him, City would be even further behind Liverpool in this title race. So he goes straight in.
Okay, so the next one we're going to do is going to be my team again. Trent Alexander-Arnold, right back for Liverpool. Obviously 12 assists this season, as I mentioned a minute ago. He's been on fire, hasn't he? He had that game against Leicester where he got a goal and 3 assists, 24 points on Fantasy Premier League. I don't think, again, anyone can argue with that. I think it's probably the right decision to put Trent in the
Oh yeah,
shortlist.
absolutely. He goes into mine. He sort of made being a right back cool. You know,
You can see it.
Klopp realizes that he's our best playmaker, and he sort of built the team around him, which is crazy for a right back. So yeah.
Okay, so the next one I'm going to put in is the current joint top scorer in the Premier League, which is Jamie Vardy. 17 goals this season in the league. Obviously, he hasn't scored for quite a long time now, but his stats speak for themselves really. The joint top scorer, doing it in a Leicester team who were sort of mid-table last season as well. He's got absolutely brilliant pace. He works with the team as well. Obviously, one of the few remaining from that title-winning season. So he's clearly Leicester through and through. And his passion has shown this season, and his hard work has shown with the 17 goals and helping Leicester to possibly getting in the Champions League next season. Nick, do you disagree with the Vardy pick?
No, he just gets into mine. I think probably my 6th choice, if you like, to get into my shortlist. But like you said, he's been vital to Leicester for many years now, and especially this season, he's looked back to his best. And so, he just gets into mine.
Next one of mine is going to be the Arsenal forward Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Also, during
Come on, Aubameyang.
Thanks very much for that one, Cameron.
Sorry, getting too excited over him.
Again, top of the goal scoring charts alongside Vardy. He's been pushed out to the left this season sometimes as well, and he's still getting in the goals. So you can't really argue with that. Again, you could say that maybe Mane or Salah's been better, but I feel like Aubameyang's had less chances and he's scoring more goals, so that's why Aubameyang's in mine.
I can see your reasoning behind it. Personally, I haven't got him in mind. Instead, I have gone for Sadio Mane, who I think, Arsenal have obviously struggled this season, and Aubameyang has been, I guess, the one shining light in a quite bad Arsenal team. Without him,
Bit harsh.
I mean, it's not, is it though? It's fair, because without him, they'd be comfortably bottom half of the table.
Near the relegation zone.
I don't think they would. Not personally. I don't think we'd be bottom half the table.
So
because we've got Lacazette as well. So.
But yeah, Sadio Mane. I know he hasn't got maybe as many goals or assists as other players like Mohamed Salah, but I think he's just dragged Liverpool through a lot of games. I look at the Villa game in particular. 1-0 down in the 87th minute, gets a goal and an assist to win us the game. And I think just moments like that really make a player's season.
And the next one on my list is Danny Ings. Again, like 15 goals I think in the league this season, and he's doing it in a Southampton team who definitely without his goals would definitely be in the bottom 3. That's not even a debate whether that would be happening. Southampton are like 14th I think as it stands. So yeah, he's done really well to get them all of those goals. Probably his best Premier League season. Former Liverpool player, of course. So he's definitely in my shortlist. And the last man on my shortlist, Virgil van Dijk. Again, an excellent centre-back. Won it last year. So you can't really argue with that. I think a lot of people would have him as actually one of the top 2, let alone in the top 6. So that's my shortlist of 6 done. Nick, over to yours.
Yeah, I agree with Van Dijk. I think a lot of people haven't acknowledged him as one of the best players this season just because he's normalised fantastic defending. Again, he's been so vital for Liverpool this season. Whoever he's played with alongside, he's still looked fantastic. Joe Gomez and Joel Matip at the start of the season, less so with Lovren, but what can you do? And then my final man on the shortlist is the skipper Jordan Henderson, who I talked about earlier, and a lot of people disagree with me on this, but I think if it was someone like Kante putting in the performances that Henderson has this season, then he'd be getting so much praise for it. And a lot of people have said, if Henderson's winning it this season, why shouldn't Toure have in 2014? Or why did Vieira never win it? Well, why did no one question it when Kante won Player of the Season? And I think, especially since Henderson's injury, his importance to Liverpool has been shown. He's proved a lot of pundits wrong. They said if we lost him, then it wouldn't matter that much. We'd still be able to play the way we normally do. But they've been shown to be wrong. So Henderson makes my shortlist.
So no Salah on your shortlist?
No, he just misses out. I think it was harsh on Salah, and people have really underrated him this season. He still had a very good season again, but he just misses out.
So just to clarify, you've got De Bruyne, Mane, Trent, Vardy
is in mine, yeah.
And Danny Ings.
Danny Ings isn't, no. He misses out.
You got Van
Dijk,
Henderson,
Trent, De Bruyne, Vardy, and Mane.
So no Raul Jimenez as well.
No Raul Jimenez. Again, a lot of strikers have performed really well this season. Like Ings and Jimenez could get in it, but unfortunately they just miss out, probably due to the extent that Liverpool lead the table by.
Okay, so if you're going for one winner, who would it be?
I'm still backing Jordan Henderson. I've backed him for a while. Long before he became the favourite to win it. No longer the favourite, I don't think, by the bookmakers.
I think Sadio Mane is now the bookie's favourite.
Yeah, but I think Henderson deserves it more. He just, I've watched Liverpool most of their games this season. His power, his drive really just wins us games.
For me, it's actually Kevin De Bruyne. And a lot of people will be saying that a Liverpool player should be winning it, but I don't think that's necessarily true. I think when Man City won the league by a lot of points, I think Mo Salah won it. So
yeah, that's fine.
I don't see a reason why why De Bruyne couldn't win it. I think he's got so many assists this season, so many goals, like 24 goal involvements. That's just incredible, compared to some of the stats of like Sterling and David Silva. Like even if you add those two stats together, those two players' stats together, you probably wouldn't get De Bruyne's stats. So yeah, for me, Kevin De Bruyne wins it. But it's another interesting topic, and that brings us to the end of that debate. I've gone for De Bruyne. Nick's gone for Henderson.
So, after that, it's now time for our very last segment of the show, which is going to be the 10-second shootout between me and Nick yet again.
So now on to the 10-second shootout.
Yes,
That's
my
it.
favourite part of the show.
Is it really?
Yes.
So it's Cameron against Nick. There's 10 answers here. And the quiz we're going to be doing is the 10 top scorers in the Premier League this season.
Buzz!
Now, it's anyone that has 13 or more goals.
Buzz!
As Cameron Buzz, and he knows that's not the rules. I'm going to leave it over to Nick to say the first answer.
Okay, Danny Ings.
Danny Ings is correct.
Okay, he's has stolen my answers.
Go on.
Cameron?
Pierre Aubameyang.
Pierre Aubameyang is also correct.
Mo Salah.
Mo Salah is also correct. Over to you, Cameron.
Jamie Vardy.
That's another correct answer.
Sergio
Over to
Aguero.
Nick. Sergio Aguero is correct. If I can just find Vardy, here he is.
Go on, Cameron.
Let him put him down. Okay, right.
8 seconds, Cameron. 7, 6.
Calvert-Lewin.
Calvert-Lewin is also correct. Only a few answers left.
Tammy Abraham.
Tammy Abraham is correct. Got 3 answers left now.
Oh, Jimenez.
Raheem is correct. Nick.
Mane.
Mane is correct.
Is this the
Cameron.
last one?
Last one.
Oh.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Haller.
It's not Haller.
Sebastian
I think Haller would have scored
Who is it?
13 goals. It is in fact Marcus Rashford.
about it.
The last one. So he's been injured for a long time, so you can see why you'd have forgotten
Yeah.
him. But Nick, congratulations again.
That was closer this time. This week it was closer.
Yeah, you had a shambles last time.
But again, Nick,
Because I didn't know.
the winner of 10-second shootout.
Thank you.
Well done. So, on to the last part of the show, which is going to be the outro. Thank you for watching our birthday show, and we hope to see you in the summer as we have other commitments from now until then. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and have a wonderful few months until we are back. So it's a goodbye from me, goodbye from Nick,
Goodbye.
and from Harry.
Bye.
And we'll see you very soon.